How are we doing? 5, 6, 7. Let's get going. Welcome to Music-Stave Publishing. This is my little light thing here. I mean, it's supposed to make you look better on camera. I did try to publish a book 10 years ago for scales. It was called Amazing Musical Scales. Well, first of all, my son didn't want to play scales for grade 1 and 2, so I thought I'd pop them up a bit. So these have got kind of nice kind of pop beats and things like that. But the scale becomes a piece of music, which is quite nice. And I got so into this that I ended up writing 30 tracks, from the simplest to the entire Mozart Eine kleine Nachtmusik for every scale in grade 2, which major and minor, which was quite hard to do, but the technology changed, so it went from CD in the inside cover, so by the time you run 100 of these off, nobody wanted them anymore, but then you've got this lovely CD, but we got these lovely USB sticks now, and then it's going to all go up onto Amazon or or Apple Music or something like that, or iTunes. Right, so anyway, I've got some new pieces which I want to try and launch, and then here's one of the great pieces by Debussy. It goes like this. It's really famous, and most flute players probably tried to play it at some point. It's got lots of lovely whole tony bits and things like this. And then it stops. It's probably a minute and a half, a minute and 45 before it's finished. So in terms of flute, it's become one of the cornerstones of flute publishing. But it's out of print now. It's no longer copyright, it's public domain. And it's a kind of sad story. It's about this young nymph called, well, latterly called Syrinx. Actually, she is a nymph back in the Greek legendary times. Pan, this half man, half goat guy, keeps pursuing her. Oh, hello, dog. Hi, Shyla, puppy. How are you doing? Yeah, I'll not go on for too long. So anyway, I was always disappointed that it finished so quickly. So I've written a sequel to Debussy's famous piece. How dare I do that? Well, this is pretty good actually, and I've finished it, and then I thought, you know, I really need to publish this, so why not publish it, give it a go. So this is the score, where you got Syrinx on the front, of course. She was cut down into a bed of reeds, and then the goat man makes a set of panpipes out of her. It's called Flute de Pan. He throws it away, and then she dies. In my story, she comes alive again because she's rescued by the rest of the water nymphs, the naïades, as they call them in France. And they come and rescue her, and they regraft her onto the reed bed, and then she comes alive. And when she comes alive, she starts to get her own back on the goat man. So I'll just give you a quick idea of what it is. The first kind of bits that are in there go like this. They do whistle tones, which I don't find them easy. I'm just going to move this thing around a little bit. You have to kind of blow really gently. Which represents the god Aeolus breathing gently down onto the stream and allowing the panpipes, which contain the spirit of Syrinx, to drift towards the naiads, and they come up and they grab it, and then they regraft her and she comes alive again. Then she's resurrected, and it starts with the last bit that Debussy finished on was this. This piece, it now starts like this. And so on, and these little chromatic bits are like the river naiads swimming towards her to grab the panpipes and to fish her out the water and regraft her back and then make her come alive, which she does. And that's the Voice of Syrinx, which is here, and we've got instructions as to how to play it. So how do we get this published? Well, why would anyone want to publish this? Well, maybe because it's actually really right up the foil of the original Debussy, which was banged out in about 10 minutes, I think, over a glass of absinthe in Paris in 1913 next to Gabriel Mouret, doing his French play called Psyche, which is kind of diminished into nothing. I scored it out, and I've got half a dozen inspection copies here. Here they are. It's very pleasant to get an artist to do this lovely cover in pencil, and then found a decent printer. They came out at about £5 each in nice card with nice paper, and that's the quest. How do we sell these things online? Well, first of all, it looks like you need a YouTube channel, and I had no idea how to link that up to a website and then have a pay point there. When I say no idea, I just got fed up and tired with it. But now that we've got AI, the artificial intelligence, you can ask it, say, hey, how do I get my YouTube channel to work? And it tells you pretty much what you need to know, but it still comes unstuck when it comes to practicalities. It just sees things and then misses things completely. So the YouTube channel's up. It's called music-stave.com, and that, music-stave.com was my old domain name, music-stave.com. So it's now music-stave.com. And we're up to 10 minutes. I'm going to go and have some clementine, easy peel. But they don't really peel easy, do they? Ciao.